I don't think the Christians are gonna like me for this one, to be honest. Look, you're probably not gonna get through the video anyways, but title is, maybe God doesn't even really like you, okay? Now, I am Christian, right? I wear my cross every day. What a guy. King David, right? Blessed and favored by God. He sees a woman that he desires, Bathsheba. Now, Bathsheba is married to Uriah the Hittite, and David wants his wife. He hires Uriah into his army, and then David plans for him to be killed, right? Now, why am I bringing up this story? What happens in that story is basically someone who is favored by God. The person who is a regular person gets sent to the army and he gets killed. I'm paraphrasing the story, but for the most part, what I'm trying to say is this. One thing that Christians love to do is be like, whenever you're going through something hard, they like to be like, hey man, God got you. God will bring you out of the struggle. I'm absolved of all responsibility because God will save me. Have you ever thought that maybe God won't save you? Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever thought that maybe the decisions you make are purely your own and that God will just observe? Maybe he'll give you some protection in terms of like your survival or maybe your circumstances, but like just maybe you are destined to struggle. Maybe it is in your decision like tree for you to have a pretty terrible life. I just want to add this in post because I didn't get to say it in the video, but like, do you think that was God's plan for Uriah the Hittite? To get killed in the battlefield and have his wife stolen? Like, if it was, it's a pretty messed up plan. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it's just not very cool, if you ask me. That's it. Back to the video. I saw this one dude on Instagram, and he was riding, like, I think it was like a dirt bike or something. And I think he was for like a big organization. Maybe it was like a Red Bull athlete or something, but he's going down this hill. And this is a first person like GoPro POV angle, and he hits this ramp, flies in the air, does a backflip, lands on his back, and he's paralyzed for the rest of his life. Wheelchair. Like, sure, he might do physio, he might do whatever, but from what I'm aware, that guy is not walking again. Will God save him? It's not impossible for him to recover. Sometimes you just have to take agency over your decisions. I do feel like in a lot of cases, we try to absolve ourselves of the responsibility for our decisions by putting it outside of ourselves or putting it onto an entity or putting it somewhere that doesn't kind of reflect our personal decisions. But I think if you absolve yourself of all responsibility and you just point at a supernatural kind of deus ex machina where things just kind of work out at the end, it handicaps you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the biggest case I'm trying to make is that, like, have agency over your decisions and accountability over the outcomes of those decisions. Life is rough sometimes. It doesn't always go your way. And I think a lot of people experience that, really. We try to justify our suffering by being like, well, there's a higher purpose. There's a deeper meaning. But like, maybe you're just meant to suffer, bro. Like, maybe there is no real, you know, contingency behind it. It's just about picking yourself up and going. I don't see it as a reason to completely absolve yourself of responsibility. Because here's the thing, as much as God allows blessings, he also allows consequences, and he also allows suffering and pain. That suffering lasts forever. I know it's kind of cold to say. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe just be prepared for the harsh reality of life and have some indignation, you know? Fight for what you believe in. Even the concept of like not having free will. If we all had the exact same interests and all wanted the same thing, we would just be one person. But the reason why I like to, I don't know, make videos, work out, and the reason why you like to paint and draw is the will. You have different interests. I don't know. The whole concept of like some people being favored and other people's not. Like, some people are just better, I guess, and some people are just worse. Fight for your life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the idea that you have this predetermined, predestined path, maybe it's true. I don't know. I didn't create the world. I'm just kind of in it. But I will say that if you do have a desire, and you do have something that you really, really want in your life, keep fighting for it. Like, you might fall very hard, but why not keep pushing when you can? I don't know, because maybe God doesn't really care about whether or not you succeed. So, I don't know, have agency over decisions. Yeah. So yeah, that's the message. Watch this video, subscribe, join the winner circle, and I'll catch you next time.